You couldn't be more dumb to erode the very thing that life depends on, the ecosystem, and hope that you'll get away with it. Mankind needs to accept that though they cannot survive without the earth, our planet can very well flourish without us. Our reckless habits are causing damage to our lives on the planet. Human-induced changes, majorly greenhouse gas emissions, are causing a noticeable meltdown of the polar ice caps. Satellite pictures are indicating changes in the ice cover on Earth. The snows of Kilimanjaro, glaciers of Himalayas, the edges of Greenland's ice sheets, all are thawing at an enormous rate. These changes are resounding across the tropical regions, where most of us reside. The results are chilling. A shrinking shoreline, eroding embankments, and a swelling ocean will result in the evacuation of several megacities. Places like Amsterdam, Miami, and Shanghai are at a great risk. Rising oceans will engulf the lower parts of the world's great rivers, like Nile and Amazon,
where several million people live and industries prevail.
For instance, in Bangladesh, over 1 million people have been displaced by the rising Brahmaputra, Ganges, and the adjoining sea. Sea ice isn't just a layer of ice. It is a vital part of the polar ecosystem. The ice acts as a surface for polar bear to walk on, and this life support also houses undersurface flora, which is eaten by shrimps, and those are consumed by larger fish. Seals eat these fish, and that is how polar bear get to eat the seals. They also regulate the hot and cold ocean currents. The polar ice sheets reflect sunlight back into space. Darker seas are exposed when these white sheets of ice disappear. These waters get warm, causing further damage. According to scientists, this big thaw, it's the cause of abrupt changes in the swirling atmosphere. Extreme and intense climate is a dread harbinger of this man-made disaster. We are closing in towards a dead end, and we need to act now, or else increased droughts, floods, famines, crop failures, and human refugee problems are going to be the next global mishaps. For each ton of carbon dioxide that a person emits, we lose 3 square meters of Arctic ice. On an average, a citizen of any rich country emits about 10 to 16 tons of carbon dioxide annually. Today, with the world population hovering around 7.5 billion, you can only imagine the damage we cause each year. Vegetation and foliage flush out carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, and so we must restore our tropical forests and maintain a green cover on the planet. Walk, bike, or ride the bus, we have to make efforts to decrease our greenhouse gas emissions and stop this climate change.
The day we burn up all our fossil fuels, the temperatures will rise. Shockingly, about 20 degrees at the equator and 30 at the poles, a condition that would make most of the planet uninhabitable. We live in an age of consequences. We must work towards creating awareness and help the planet at an individual level. This change of mind needs to happen now.